Hello. My name's Sam and you're watching Sew That Sparkle with Sam. So I feel a little bit like an interloper in this video, so I will explain all, but please bear with me. So I'm going to talk all about sewing. If that's something you're interested in, then don't forget to give this video a like. And if you like what you see, then think about subscribing. That would be great. So I am joining in the Busy Bees Sewing Challenge. So it started, the other contestants, they revealed their plans on the 1st of July. And I believe it's been set up by Sam the Sequin Girly and Christine of Gemini Stitches. And they have kind of set a challenge out to sewers everywhere of Instagram and YouTube to do a kind of sewing bee style set of challenges. So we're going to be doing 3 challenges. We're going to be doing a pattern challenge, we're going to be doing a transformation challenge, and then I think it's a free pattern, so it's kind of like freestyle challenge. As I said, I feel a little bit like an interloper because I watched, in fact I've watched everybody's videos apart from one. And I'll speak about that in a little while. I've watched a video and I just got a little bit of FOMO, you know, and just think, oh no, this is right up my alley. Those of you that watch my channel know that I love Sewing Bee and I do a Sewing Bee synopsis every week. And I thought if someone, you know, if we're doing a Sewing Bee challenge, I'd really like to be part of it. So I messaged the lovely Sam at Sequin Girly. We're both sparkly girls, you see her, she's Sequin Sam and I'm Sparkly Sam. And she said, yeah, sure, we'd love you to join in. And she sent me all of the bits and pieces. And then I spoke to Christine from Gemini Stitches this morning, and she said that I could join in proper for the next 2 challenges. So this is me just kind of hopping on for the first challenge, and this is my reveal. So because I'm a bit of an interloper, and so no one has actually sent me a pattern, but my daughter went into my pattern box. Now I've got a couple of pattern boxes. One of them is just full of patterns that I've got free from magazines. To be totally honest with you, I don't use them very often, but I just keep them there for inspiration. If you don't know me and my channel, I'm not a big fan of the big 4 patterns, and the ones that you get free tend to be a lot of those. And when I say I'm not a big fan of big 4 patterns, it's not that I don't like them, it's just that they frighten me a little bit because I'm completely self-taught, and I'm so used to either 1, making it up as I go along, or 2, using independent patterns, that the big 4 patterns, I just find them, sometimes I find them really difficult to follow. But I have recently decided that I'm gonna push myself out of my comfort zone anyway. So I said to my daughter, no holds barred, choose whichever one you like. I really don't mind. The only caveat that I did give to her was, can you please just have a little look about how fabric hungry it is, and can you not pick any that are over 2.5 meters? And that was purely and simply because I want to use fabric from my stash, because obviously we are time limited, and I knew that I had that kind of meterage available to me. So that was the only caveat. Other than that, I said, you go for it, choose whatever you like. I really don't mind. So she went into my sewing room, had a little rummage, and this is what she's picked. So she's picked a McCall's pattern. It was free from Love Sewing magazine. And I can tell you now why she's picked it. My daughter loves that kind of vintage style. And I think she's thinking, if Mum makes this and she doesn't like it, I'll get to wear it. She's probably right. So that's what she's picked. I've decided that I think I might go for this one because this is very me in style. It's given me a little bit of Vera top vibes from the Forget Me Not patterns because of the big cuffs, although it does feel much more kind of boxy than that. So that's the one that she's picked for me. And I had a quick look in my fabric stash, and I have got some fabric that I think are possibilities. So it says on the back, suggested fabrics: two-way stretch knits, cotton knit, sweater knit, velour, velvet. So there you go. Now, the knits that I've got, they aren't really stretchy, but I think I'm going to try and make it work because I've got some smaller pieces that I want to use. I may use the ribbing for the cuffs where it does need to be more stretchy, so I might get away with it that way, but I'll show you what I've got and you can tell me what you think. So, excuse me, bending down here. So the first option is this one, which I got in a mystery box from Felicity Fabrics, and it is stretchy along this way. It's not stretchy along the other way at all, but it is stretchy along this way, so I think it should be okay. It did say 50%. I'm not sure it's 50%, but I'm hoping that it will be okay. It's kind of backed like a fleece back. I mean, I guess it's not really like summery fabric, but I don't suppose that it's not necessarily a summery top. So I love the colour. I think the colour really suits me. So that is option number one. And then, as I said, with this one, I have got some of this lovely Marley blue, which I think goes lovely together, which I can use for the cuffs if I haven't quite got, because I think this is maybe 1.2 meters. I think it was just in a mystery box, so I think it was just a remnant. So if I haven't quite got enough, I can use this for the cuffs. So that's option one for fabric. Option two is this one. Wouldn't be me without a star. Now, I bought this fabric quite a long time ago from Pound Fabrics, and it wasn't quite what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be more kind of like t-shirty fabric, and it isn't. It is a knit. It is stretchy along this way, but not this way. And I think it's quite nice. Again, I think I would have to use a rib with it for the cuffing, and it is a lot thinner. But I'm not quite sure, because I think because it's thinner, whether this will drape nicely or whether this one will look nicer. I'm not 100% sure. So basically my choices are stars or this lovely teal blue colour. So let me know in the comments what you think. I am going to try and get on with it as quickly as I can. Now, as I said, because I'm kind of interloping onto this challenge, I'm not quite sure what the other ladies have set up as rules for themselves. So let me tell you about the other ladies. So there's Carole from Sew Carole, and I've watched her reveal and I'm very excited to see what she makes. There's Jen from One Girl Creates, and I've watched her video and I'm very excited to see what she makes. There is Sam, as I said, from Sequin Girly, and I've seen her video. I'm very excited. And then there's Christine from Gemini Stitches, and I have to say I really loved her pattern, and her pattern was sent to her by Sara. Now, Sara is the only one that I haven't watched the video, and I'm ever so sorry, but I'm not 100% sure of what her handle is, of what her name. I think it's Sewn by Sara, but I had a little look on Instagram, and I wasn't 100% sure which one she was. So if anyone could let me know who she is and like tag her in for me, and I would love to be able to catch up and watch her video. So yes, so that's what we're going to do, which is very exciting. And then these are my two choices for fabrics. So I basically get 2 sessions a week to sew, which are my sacred sessions. and those are Monday evenings, and I get 2.5 hours on a Monday evening, and Sundays. And Sundays I pretty much get most of the day on Sunday. And so I've decided for the Busy Bees sewing challenge, I'm going to use my Mondays. So for this challenge, I'm just going to give myself 2 Mondays, because I think 5 hours for a pattern challenge, let's just see what happens. And if I don't get it finished, I will tell you that I didn't get it finished in the time, and if I did get it finished in the time, that's what you'll get to see. So I hope you'll enjoy that kind of thing, and I'm really hoping, please, other ladies, if I'm doing it wrong, please let me know. And I will see you all for the reveal in a month. Take care. Bye for now. Don't forget to sparkle.